The other night, after a meeting, I drove past a Krispy Kreme and the red light was on. So you always have to stop and get donuts when the red light's on. So I'd stopped and got some donuts and brought them home, and we gave the kids a half donut or whatever. And so we had eaten them till there was one left, and then put the kids to bed. Everybody went to sleep. The next morning, my husband woke up and the donut box is missing. It's gone. Last donut's gone. So we asked my son, he didn't take it. We asked my daughter, and she admitted, yes, she did take it. And, we weren't mad. It's just a donut. You shouldn't be sneaking around getting donuts. But the fact that really bothered me most was that she snuck it. And she ended up taking the donut box, trying to hide it. We obviously found it, and it's one of those things that I tend to think about, like, is this nature or nurture? Why was she so inclined to go hide this box? Why was she trying to hide the fact that she did something? And myself, of course, I'm an alcoholic. I'm going to try and hide it. I'm going to try and sneak it. I'm going to try and, find ways of hiding it from everybody and, try and get a way that, nobody will know kind of scenario. And, for example, like whenever I would go to the store on my lunch break, I would, twist the caps for all of the little wine bottles, just so that way when I snuck off later on in the day, I could open it, drink it without making any noise. Nobody would know. Hiding it, sneaking it, same thing, And even when I would get home, I would, carry it in the house. I would hide it in places. I would hide it between the couch cushions. I would hide it in the linen closet. I would hide it under the couch. I would hide it in all these different places. I'm hiding. I'm sneaking, And as a matter of fact, right now, I have a bottle of wine under my couch. It's empty, of course. But, the last time that I had relapsed, my husband took off with the kids to get out of the house. He took my car keys, so I couldn't drive anywhere. I'd already been drinking that day, and there is a gas station just down the street from my house. So I literally walked to the gas station, walked home, and I knew that, my husband may have told someone to come check on me, and I knew that they would be driving on a certain street. So on my way home from the gas station, from buying more alcohol, I purposely went on different side streets. I would walk through people's yards. I would, climb up, a little half fence kind of thing, and I was purposely walking out of my way to get back home, and so that way if someone did drive to the house, that they wouldn't see me walking the main street. And, it's that unlogical thinking that, like, this is a good idea. I could get this. I could go to the store. I can go, buy my alcohol, which I really didn't need. And I can walk my way home a different way that no one would find me. And it's insane what our brains think that we should do while we're in that state of mind. Like, just the rationalization of it made no sense. But I did it. So I brought the bottle home, ended up drinking it, once again saving some for the next morning because I knew I was going to be hungover. I knew my husband was going to be pissed at me. I knew that I would have no way of then leaving the house again the next day by myself to go buy more wine. So I, purposely left some in the bottle so that way in the morning I could, fight off the hangover. I had something to drink in the morning. And it's empty. It's underneath my couch. I stuffed it all the way in the back, up against the wall. And, the other day, my kids were playing, and they were laying on the floor, and they were laying to look underneath the couch. And I immediately got upset, and I was like, get off the floor. You're going to get dog hair on you. Get off the floor. Stop looking under the couch. You don't need to see anything underneath the couch. Like, because I was still trying to hide it. Like, I'm still trying to hide the fact that it's still hidden there, and it's still there. And and it's so stupid. I'm like literally waiting for a time that, like, my husband's not home. He leaves to go somewhere, so that way I could go get the bottle and stuff it in a bag, wrap it with something, stuff it in another bag, put it in the garbage, and then put it out into the trash. Like, my mind creates like once again, this rationalization that like I need to continue to keep hiding this. And what I should do is I should just be upfront and just tell my husband, like, look, this was from 2 relapses ago. This is not recent. This was from the day that you had left with the kids. I walked to the store. He does know that I did walk to the store because I did tell him, but he knew that I had went and got more alcohol because I was even more drunk when he got back. So I did tell him that I walked to the store. He was upset. I should just be honest and go get it and tell him so that way we can get rid of it. We can dispose of it. But I'm not going to, because that's the addict side. That's the addict side saying, like, I don't want to expose my hiding spots. I don't want you to know where I've been hiding it, because what if next time that's where you check? That's where you go look. And it's hard to be honest, like fully honest. And I don't know. And it goes back to, building trust again and building that relationship back with my husband, because, how can I be honest and tell him all this stuff when my addict side of my brain is still telling me, like, don't give up all your secrets. Don't tell him everything. He doesn't need to know. Like, what he doesn't know doesn't kill him. And it's sad, the sneaking around. And so that, brings me back to, my daughter's never seen me sneak around. She's never seen me hide things, because once again, I keep it from everybody. Where does she get that from? How does she know that she's doing something wrong so she needs to hide it? Is it nature? Is it nurture? So I would sneak around ridiculously. One day I was at work and I had ran out of alcohol. I didn't space my alcohol out enough, and it was like, in the afternoon, and I told my boss that my daughter was sick at school and I needed to go get her. That was a lie, flat out lie. I just wanted to get out of work early so that way I could go to the store. And when I went to the store, trying to find ways of how can I have something that I could hide in plain sight that nobody would know what it is. They would see it and just move on and just kind of think it is what it is. So I went inside and I bought saline solution, the clear liquid that you put in your eyes when you wear contacts. And then I went into the parking lot, dumped it out, went and bought a bottle of vodka and filled up this bottle of saline solution. So that way, if someone ever came in my car or if they found it in my purse, they would just immediately think it is what it is. It's a clear liquid. It's saline solution. Quite clearly, if they would just pop the cap and try and put that in their eyes, no, it would burn to Jesus. It would burn so freaking much. And so, after that, I ended up driving around a little bit. I had a little chaser with me of soda, and, I would take a swig of my saline solution, take a swig of my soda, and just drive around, because I knew I had like an hour to kill before my husband before I had to call him on my way home from work. And as I'm driving, there is a police car that pulls up behind me. And so I went through like this 4-way, and he followed me through the 4-way. So I pulled into a near side neighborhood. He follows me into the neighborhood. And my natural reaction would have been to like freak out. Would have been like, frig, I'm screwed. I'm wasted. I've got this bottle of vodka in my car. I'm done. And I didn't. I was like, I need to shake this guy. He needs to get off my ass. Like, leave me alone. Like, go find somewhere else to be. So I just kept turning deeper and deeper into the neighborhood, and he ended up just pulling off and going somewhere else. And normal people, normal thinking would have been like, sweet freaking Jesus, I'm screwed. Didn't do that. I just wanted to get him off my ass so that way I could pop the cap again, take another swig, and continue driving. So after that, I ended up pulling off in like some like box store parking lot way in the back by myself, listened to music, got totally wasted, like just drunk as a skunk, shouldn't even been driving. And on my way home, I called my husband. Knew immediately, right away. He was like, "You are drunk. Get your ass home. Like, get your ass home. I'll go get, our kids." And in my mind, I had thought it was no big deal for me to go pick up my children and drive around town with them in my car. I've done it before. And it's the amount of times that I should have been pulled over, locked up, car taken away, DUIs is unbelievable. Like, I can't fathom how many times I should have been done. But I don't know. God looks over fools and idiots, and I'm both of those. And, and it's the sneaking around, it's the hiding it, it's looking like a normal person, acting like a normal person when I'm straight up an absolute idiot. So, moral of the story, my daughter got to have her donut in the middle of the night. And, and it just makes me upset to think that, they're gaining untrustworthy traits from me. So my plan, my action from here is just, teach my kids honesty, teach them to be, forthcoming with everything, and just, try and be a better role model for my kids.